Everybody has that artist that means so much to them. As cliche as it might sound to some, for me, that artist has to be, without a doubt, Bob Dylan. The reason is because I fell in love with Bob Dylan while I was going through one of the worst breakups of my life. I read every book, I saw every documentary. One of the books I read was a memoir by Suze Rotolo, documenting her relationship with Dylan that lasted between 1961 and 1964. She's the girl on the cover of the Freewheelin' album. The book is so sweet, and if you compare it to the stuff that Dylan himself wrote about Suze, right from the start, I couldn't take my eyes off her. We started talking and my head started to spin. They had just a really pure relationship. Their story ended sadly when Suze found herself pregnant, and Dylan was increasingly being overtaken by his career and spending a lot of time with this new woman who he referred to as staggering Joan Baez. So Suze aborted the baby and left Bob. It's also pretty important to note that Bob Dylan was in one of the most productive times of his career at this point, spitting out the most beautiful, stunning, insightful work that literally anyone had ever heard. In May of 1964, 2 months after his breakup with Suze, he went to Europe and stayed at the Mayfair Hotel in London, where he wrote 2 versions of a new song on notepaper, which he would eventually title Mama, You've Been on My Mind. The song was covered by George Harrison, Jeff Buckley, Rod Stewart, Johnny Cash, and Dion does this absolutely gorgeous live version on his 1971 live album that just kills me. The concept is simple. The singer is thinking about someone, but he's trying to make it clear there's no intention behind his words. There is no drawn-out explanation, just reality. He doesn't want to get her back. He doesn't care who she's with now. He isn't even expecting a response, but it's the end of the song that always gets me. It reminds the listener that of all the people that we cross paths with throughout this life, we never know when we're going to find ourselves on either side of this exchange. During the recording of Another Side of Bob Dylan, Bob recorded 14 songs, including All I Really Want to Do, Chimes of Freedom, and It Ain't Me, Babe. And he did 1 single take of Mama, You've Been on My Mind. When the album was released in June, it did not include the song, and it's hard to say why, other than that Dylan sometimes made impulsive decisions, and for whatever reason, he wasn't feeling it that day. That outtake floated around on bootlegs for 25 years before they finally released it officially in 1991. It's just a small example of why Dylan still gets the praise that he gets today.